alive. Okay, welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's yet another day, yet another week, new week, and we keep showing up. So let me know how you guys are doing. How is your week going? How is your week starting? How is your morning? How is your evening? How is your afternoon? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you all. Yet another day. And today it's literally an interesting topic, something that I'm very passionate about. Not very passionate about, but something that I've literally observed in our society right now. So we're gonna have a lot to talk about, but in the meantime, let me know how you guys are doing. Um, how are you guys feeling? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. So right now out here is just cold, cold. But we are fighting through, or like we are trying to get through. Okay, so how are you guys doing? So today we're talking about why does society slut shame women? Why does society slut shame women? So that's what we are talking about, and I know you guys have opinions, so make sure you leave no stone untouched. Let us know your thought process, what you're thinking about when you join in. Like the live, share the love, and subscribe. Diamas, hello. Diamas says like the live, share the love, sub the queen Hujambo from Kenya. Thank you so much, Diamas, for tuning in. Hi, missing you. Hi to you, Diamas. How are you doing? um how are you doing? Yet another day. So we are gonna be talking about why does society slut shame women, and I know you guys have a lot to say, and I know men have a lot to say when it comes to this topic. So just feel free, feel like you're in the right place to like talk about this, and let us know your opinions. Okay, I also have my opinions, which are very much like something that I feel. I'm not even just doing this for the show. Like uh I was looking for like a topic, because of course, I normally prepare before, and I was almost like drawing blanks, and I'm like, okay, because I need to have a topic that I literally feel it. Okay, but then at the end of it all, I ended up saying, why don't I talk about this? Because I feel it. Okay, so yes. So we're gonna be waiting for to get some people in here, guys. If you're tuned in, like the live, like the live, so that we can get started. Yes, and maybe in the meantime you can type in your thoughts about what you feel about why does society slut shame women. Why does society slut shame women? Okay, at 5 minutes we're just gonna get started. Yes. So let me know, how was your weekend, guys? If I were to ask, how was your weekend? What did you learn this weekend? How do you feel? All of those things. All of those things. Okay. Yeah, I think you know what? I think we'll just get started, and if people are gonna join in, they're gonna find us halfway through, because yes. Okay. San says, welcome stream. Hello, San. Good to see you. How are you doing? Welcome to the live. Hello, director and producer. Hello to you. I am doing great. How are you doing? Okay, guys, like the live, At least we have some 2 likes in here. When you join in, let me know where you're watching me from. My name is Womboy. I was born and raised in Kenya, and this is another day. We are talking about why does society slut shame women. Okay, when it comes to the experiences that men and women do have, most of the time when a man is experiencing this thing, or like a man is having multiple women, a man is having multiple sexual experiences, is just what men do, and that's acceptable. But when a woman does the same, then all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, like, what is wrong with this woman? And that's what we're talking about today. I know you guys have opinions on the same, so let us just get started. Okay, type in your thoughts. Okay, so my big question, or where we're starting today, is like, why is it that when a man has experiences, he's respected? Okay, or he's just being told, you know what, you're winning my person, like, when we are talking about let's say a man with multiple women, a man who is sleeping with multiple women per day, it's like, oh my god, you're having it. But when a woman is doing the same, she is a slut, she's being promiscuous. Does society have a problem with women being in control of their sexual experiences, or what happens? Okay, so let me know your opinions, or let me know what you're thinking about that. But mainly today I want us to talk about slut shaming, and I want to be honest. Also to give my own personal opinion and also my own personal experiences. It won't be real if I don't give my personal experiences. Okay, um because most of us do participate in this slut shaming. Even me, I'm not an angel. Okay, we do participate in slut shaming, maybe knowingly or unknowingly. Okay, but most of the time you'll find out, I don't know, maybe this thing just happens to us and we don't get a chance to even think about it. Because even me as a woman, I've found myself judging other women, or like being like, oh my gosh, she's such a slut, she's this and that. Okay, but do we do this knowingly or unknowingly? Okay, Dema says, I have to be honest, I've never really thought about this. I know it's true, but I never really considered why we do this. Okay, maybe you can think about it right now. Why do we like slut shame women? Why do we, like, when a man have like multiple women? This show that I'm watching right now, okay, not I'm watching right now, I normally catch bits and clips these days, is Koramo show. It's a show that runs DNA tests for children who've been looking for their fathers, or parents who maybe don't know, they're not mothers who are not sure who is the father of their child. Okay, so there's one that I was watching today. This lady, so she said in one night she slept with 3 men, and I think the next day she also slept with somebody, and the crowd just went like, whoa. Okay, so she was there because she wanted to find help, or like to figure out, is this the father? And of course the DNA turned out negative to the man that he had brought on the show. But this kind of like brings light to, like, I am pretty sure there are men who have done that, or there are men who have done exactly that. They've slept with like 5 people in a day, or like 5 people in a night, but it's like, he's a man, so what? Men are supposed to be doing that, but then when it's a woman, it's literally a problem. So does society impose, or does society have double standards when it comes to men and women? Africa will never unite says, are you cold? Yes, I am cold. It's cold. Also, I kind of like, I have like a flu, or yeah, I'm a little bit under the weather. Okay, guys, welcome to the live. My name is Omboy. We are talking about, why do we slut shame women? Why is it that, like, when a woman is like exploring her sexuality, or like having multiple partners at the same time, or even not multiple partners at the same time, but if a woman has like a large number, or like a huge body count, we are like, whoa. But when it's a man, it's just like, oh, we've just normalized that. So that's what we're asking ourselves. Let me know what's your opinion. I am bringing up the idea of like double standard, the way if a man has multiple partners, people say he's winning. If a woman does the same, suddenly she has no morals. Like, oh my god, she has no morals, she's so lost and stuff. So let me go to the comments and read what you guys have to say. Okay, Dema says, I want to say it's because men don't want to think about their women when they pick one to have slept with a number of women. Women do the same to women, so it makes no sense. Okay, and you know what, that's that actually makes sense. But why is it like when women are picking men to marry, it's like, oh, he dated multiple people because he have experience? But when it's the other way around, now like we are having a problem. But when it's like a man dating a woman who, when it's a lady dating a man who have had multiple partners before, or like he's had experiences, he's experienced dating different women, it's like, oh, now this man is experienced. But when it's the other way around, then the woman is a slut. You see what I'm saying? Like double standard. Okay, guys, welcome to the live. When you join in, like the live, my name is Omboy. Let us ask us a question, or what you're thinking about. Let us know, why do we slut shame women? Okay, so we're gonna have a question right here. So uh, so is slut shaming rooted in insecurity or values? Is slut shaming rooted in insecurity or values? Is slut shaming rooted in insecurity or values? Okay, so that's what you're asking. Is slut shaming rooted in insecurity or values according to yourself? Okay, so Dimas brought up something interesting, talking about women do the same, or women are also part of the people who judge other women. Okay, why do women judge other women, or why do women call other women sluts, or like all these bad words? Okay, I feel like, in my opinion, we do have internalized misogyny. Yeah, we do have internalized misogyny, and that's the problem, because the system that we are brought up in, even us as women, it taught us that women are supposed to behave a particular way. So that's what we are told. Like, we are told that women are supposed to be calm, they are supposed to calm down, they are not supposed to have opinions and stuff like that. So it's not like women like judging other women, or like calling other women names. It's just like that's how the patriarchal society, or the society that we are raised in, that's how it's conditioned for us to think like, to behave like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so is slut shaming rooted in insecurity or values for both men and women? Okay, is slut shaming rooted in insecurity or values? Guys, welcome to the live. My name is Omboy. When you join in, like the live, share the love, subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Omboy. So we're talking about slut shaming, or like, why do we judge women when they do the exact same thing that men are doing? And now, right now, I'm talking about internalized misogyny amongst women. Like, let me tell you, like, I think women have insecurity, or like, as women, we do have insecurities. And also, we are in like a spirit of competition. When you see somebody is able to explore their sexuality, or somebody is able to be confident in whatever they are doing, and you personally, you're not able to do that without feeling guilt, it's like, whoa, we cannot do this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so is slut shaming rooted in insecurity or values? So that's the question that we are asking. So I think one of the thing, when we ask ourselves, why do we slut shame women, I think it's what we do believe in, like the society that we are brought up in, religion. For example, look at Islam. Okay, the man is allowed to be polygamous. Like, a man can have up to 4 women. Okay, so which means, even you, as a woman who is raised in the Muslim background, you know what I'm saying, as a woman who is raised in the mosque, or as an Islam, you literally just think that that's how life is supposed to be. Like, that's just how it's supposed to be. Okay, we are like, a man is supposed to have multiple women, and a woman is just supposed to have one man. Okay, so you have that internalized. So anytime that you see a man with multiple women, you're like, okay, that's what they're supposed to do. Okay, yeah. So let me know what you think about the same. mm, okay, welcome to the live, you guys. When you join in, like the live, let us know where you're watching from. Okay, subscribe if possible. uh-huh. And answer the question according to you. Okay. Guys, welcome to the live. Thank you so much for tuning in. Wow. Guys, welcome to the live. When you join in, how do I go back? Ooh, I can't access the comments. Sorry. Guys, welcome to the live. We are talking about why do we slut shame women? Why do we slut shame women? Let me know your opinion. Uh, let me know your opinion. Wow, I'm not able to go back to the comments. Sorry. What? God. Uh, Guys, welcome to the live. Type in your thoughts. Why do we slut shame women? Why do we slut shame women? In your opinion, in your personal opinion, why do we slut shame women? Or even if you are a woman, let me know, how do you feel about the whole thing of like women shaming other women, or like, oh my god, I don't know what's wrong with this mouse. Finally. Daima says, I want to say it's rooted in values, but often a person being promiscuous also doing the shaming. Okay, and you know that, and actually that's where I was gonna go. Guys, welcome to the live. My name is Omboy. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like the live, share the love, subscribe. We are talking about why do we slut shame women. Okay, you'll find out like a man have the same experiences, the same body count with the female, but he is gonna be so quick to say like, you know what, she is a slut, she's this and that, and calling names. Okay, so why do we do that? Guys? So like the live, subscribe, let us know your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts. Diana says it, I want to say it's rooted in values, but often a person being promiscuous is also doing the shaming. Okay, I don't think it's rooted in values. I think the society, culture, religion, upbringing. Okay, we have the values. We tend to like think that we do have the values that say that we shouldn't do this and that, but religion, especially for some religion like Islam, where the man is more powerful than the woman, it's like the man is allowed to do whatever they really want. They can pursue anything, they can become anything that they really want to be, but the woman is not allowed to do that. So whenever a woman does that, it doesn't matter whether it's men or women who literally observe that, what are they gonna do? Judge. Okay, uh, so a lot of us didn't even choose the beliefs that we do have. We were taught from a very young age. Girls are told to protect themselves, when men are told to just go and explore. Like, as a man growing up, okay, so growing up in an African household, for me, like, I grew up as the only girl among us boys. It was always like, me personally, I was supposed to be home every time. I was supposed to be home. uh 5 p.m. I was supposed to be home. Okay, but you know what, my brothers could even come at any hour of the night and nobody cares. Like, nobody cares about if they show up or if they don't. Actually, the only time that you'll hear somebody asking, oh, why is this, why is that, where was so and so, it's only when like somebody wants to send them, or like my parents want them to help with something around the house. So you can literally see that. So growing up, they learned that I was supposed to be home by 5, but they could show up at any hour. Let me tell you, there were times that I used to go to my friend's place. We used to do like tutorials. So during the holidays, I could go to her place, and then she would come to my place, and then we would go back and forth with the reading. Okay, so anytime that I would be late to come back home, I would find my mom and my brothers on the road, like they are coming to look for me. And it was always like, I can come back home, but yeah, they wouldn't come down. Literally, I would find them along the road, like somewhere they're looking for me. So that just shows like the mindset behind it. And when it's my brother who does the same thing, like gone for hours. It's just like, okay, he's a man. Okay. There was just like the live, share the love, sub the queen. Guys, welcome to the live. My name is Omboy. We are talking about why does the society shame women for the same thing that the society is doing, especially slut shame women. Okay, so the other thing is social media. Okay, with social media, I feel like it just takes one video and people feel so confident to like comment behind their personas. People are going to troll you on this social media, especially because they are behind a persona. Most of these people, they don't even have a real image. So wow, you literally, you're competing with personas. They will tell you, oh, you're such a whatever, you know. So it just takes one video for people to have a negative perception of who you are. Okay, Diama says we should also keep in mind that we as society do not have moral values. That was a time prior to the 1950s when even men was slut shamed. It still happened, but men didn't brag about it. Okay, and you know what? Right now, if you're not doing that, like, what are you doing? Like, especially our generation or my generation, Gen Z, we are actually having pride in that. Okay, especially like sex life of college people. It's like, God, you haven't done this, you're literally missing out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in college and maybe you're not sleeping around, you're not having multiple partners, then people do believe that you're missing out. So I kind of see what you're saying. Like, right now, we don't have the values, we don't have the morals. Um, I think, especially in the village or something of that sort, people got you used to get married very early. Like when you're just 18, you just get married and that's it. So you'll find out that most men, even in those villages, they only had one partner and that's it. That's their life. So we can literally see where that comes from. Okay. Um, So people say respect yourself. So what does that mean? And why don't we say that to men? Like you'll hear, oh my God, you women respect yourself. Do this, do that, do that. But why don't we say these things to men? Okay, why don't we tell men respect yourself? Why are we not telling men to respect themselves? So I'm asking a question, you guys. We have the respect conversation. Like we keep telling women, oh, respect yourself, respect your body, okay? People say respect yourself. What does that mean, and why don't we say that to men? Why don't we tell men respect yourself, stop sleeping around? But why do we feel so confident to say that to women? Okay, that's actually an honest question. In your opinion, what do you think? Okay, guys, welcome to the live. My name is Omboy. Thank you so much for tuning in. When you join in, like, share, subscribe. Okay. uh so I do believe that society hates when women are in control of their bodies. Society loves to control women's bodies, loves to control women's actions. Society loves to tell women who they are. Society loves to dictate who women are, to tell them, this is what you're allowed to do, this is who you should be, you should not do that. But when women, like right now, because women are being like, women are being wild, especially maybe because of the films that we are watching. Um, Maybe because of the films that we are watching. You know, when I was in campus, I watched Sex Lives of College Girls. Maybe that was the name, and I think most of us did watch Sex Life of College. Is it college students or college girls? It was something of that sort, and that, I think that show did encourage most of us to like explore partners, like to sleep around, because at the end of the day, like what the show was telling us is like, at the end of the day, you only have that one chance to sleep around. Like after you're done with college, then you're out there here trying to find a serious relationship. Oh, also documentaries. Hi, also documentary says body count to women is considered shameful, but to men it's considered as experience. Okay, make it make sense. Okay, when a woman have like a body count of 10 is like whoa, but when a man have a body count of 10 is like wow, 10 experiences. Can you get it to like 20 or something? Wow, wow, wow. So let me know what's your documentary. So how do you feel about the whole issue of like everybody wanting to control women bodies and to tell women who they are? And not to mention, even women, as women ourselves, like slut shaming other women, or shaming, calling them names. What do you think about that? Guys, welcome to the live. You're talking about why do society slut shame women? Even in the year 2026, we're still doing the same. And also, something that is coming up very interesting is like the internalized misogyny that we do have as women. We are actually, women will be your biggest critique. Okay, I think men will support you sometimes and they won't say anything, but women, especially when they see you exploring your sexuality or something, I don't know if it's like an insecurity that we do have, but that's what you're talking about. Like, why do society slut shame women? Let me know your experience. Let me know what you think about the experience. So we have also documentary says body count to women is considered shameful, but to men it's considered an experience, which is literally like interesting. Okay, uh yeah, guys, welcome to the live. My name is Omboy. Good to see you all. Yeah, I keep hearing, like, as a woman, respect yourself, respect your body, like, know who you are, don't give out your body to everybody. But men are never told these things. Okay, why is it like it's always about shaming women? It's always about telling women who they are. It's always about saying this and that, this is what you should be, this is what you should be doing and stuff. Why don't we do the same to men? Okay. So I was also going to talk about accountability. Like, the fact is, I'm not saying actions don't have consequences, and I'm not saying that like women going around and like having multiple partners is what should be done. No, that's not what should be done. But at least if you're gonna judge, can we judge from the unequal ground? Like, can we say if this is not allowed in the society, it's literally not allowed in the society, not with the exception, okay? If women are mandated or they are expected to be monogamous, let even the men be monogamous, okay? Which is what I like about the US. I think US is one of those places where like you can only have one partner legally, okay? Most of other countries you can literally have multiple partners, but I am not saying that like that actions don't have consequences. They do. But if you're gonna be judging, or if you're gonna be saying this is this, let us judge from the same equal ground. You cannot not use the same law to judge people with the same accusation or criminal case. Like, you cannot become a judge and be there inside the court. You're judging the same people. Let's say they committed robbery with violence. Okay, you cannot use or refer to different uh, chapters in the constitution. You literally have to use the same. Okay, so that's actually what I'm asking for. Like, can we just judge people, whether it's men or women, using the same rule? Diamond says, I find the women shaming women but not shaming men as most confusing factor. The fact even women accept a man promiscuity as natural is that make as if that makes it okay. Okay, and you know what? That's actually one of the most like heartbreaking things that you can ever think about. Even like the fact is, like, you'll even be in a friend group, or let's say in a salon, and you'll hear people talking and they're like, oh, it's normal. Like, it's literally normal for your man to step outside and to do this, to do that, but for you it's not normal. That's one of the other things. Okay. So, and I have a question, you guys. At what point does advice turn into judgment when it comes to slut shaming and like sexuality things? People like advising or saying, oh, cover yourself, do this, do that, do that. Okay, but I do believe, like, if you want to know what people think about you, pay attention to the advice that they do give you, because that's where the truth lies. Okay, so at what point does advice turn into judgment? Okay, let's say you're telling somebody, oh, this that. So at what point does advice turn into judgment? Guys, welcome to the live. If you're new here, feel welcome. My name is Wamboy. Thank you so much for tuning in. So would you please do a little favor by liking and subscribing? So And we also have an interesting question right here. Would you date someone with a high body count? Would you date someone with a high body count? And I know for most people, when it comes to like women dating men, it's like, okay, that's perfectly fine. I can date a man with a high body count. But as a man, can you date a woman with a high body count? Or what's your thought process? Guys, we're talking about slut shaming. Why do we accept people slut shaming women? Okay. Um, yeah. Would you date someone with a high body count? Okay. Ah. Guys, welcome to the live. My name is Omboy. Like the live, share the love, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think if we are going to be blaming systems, or like we're going to be saying, oh, this system doesn't work, or this one works, this one doesn't work. When it comes to religion, I think it's the hugest or the biggest factor, because even in churches we do accept, we have seen pastors in churches who are like touchy with even like they pretend to be praying to women, but like at the end of the day they end up like engaging with them or like having sexual activities with them. But I think we are the one who have accepted that as a society, and I think places like churches are one of the places that like have literally normalized the whole experience of the church have normalized the whole experience of like, you know, you'll find a woman being excommunicated in a church, and for doing the same things that men do. But when men do the same thing, it's like everybody is talking about it, but it's just below there. No one is like literally airing that out. Okay. Diama says, first define high. Are we talking about 5 or more than that? But to be honest, body count has never affected my decision in dating. But I don't want to know about it. Why don't you want to know about it? Like, it doesn't phase you. Why would you not want to know about it? Guys, welcome to the live. My name is Omboy. Like the live, share the love, subscribe. You're talking about why do we slut shame women, or like why do we like judge women according to their sexual experiences, while men do the same thing but nobody talks about it. Nobody says like, oh, the man is doing this, the man is doing that. Why don't we talk about that? Okay. Diamond says like, are we talking about 5 or more than that? But to be honest, body count has never affected my decision in dating, but I don't want to know about it. Okay, so Diamond doesn't care how many people like the woman have dated before, but for him it's like, I really don't want to know how many people you, no. And we're talking about 5 and above, maybe even 10. Like, honestly, personally, I don't think like 5 and above is like a huge number. Like, it's not a huge number. It's just 5 bodies. 1, 2, 3. Guys, like. Daima says, I can't accept that a woman I'm dating had a life before me, but still want to look at her as though I'm her first, without being reminded that I'm not her first. Yeah. Okay, do you guys think like it's okay to like tell each other how many people you've dated before your person, or not even dated, like slept with? Is it okay to have that conversation, or like be like, you know what, this is how many people that I've been with, so deal with it? Okay. I honestly don't know how I feel about that, although I know that's too much information also. Most of the time I just don't want, I know you've been with other people, like I really know that, but most of the time it just takes the taste out of everything that we are about to be doing. Knowing that you stick your thing inside somebody else is just like annoying. Oh. Daiwa says, I can't accept that a woman I'm dating had a life before me, but I still want to look at her as though I'm her first. But why? Why do you want to look at her as though you are her first? You're literally not her first. And not to mention, even for you as a man, you could find out that this is not even your first relationship. maybe it's your 10th, 20th, you know? Why? Guys, welcome to the live. My name is Omboy. Thank you so much for tuning in. Diamond says body count, high versus low, is based on age. Starting at age 20, a normal body count should be 1 per 5 years. 1 per 5 years. Ah, you're so mistaken and lost. Right now, we do have 20-year-olds who have like a body count of like 30 or 50. Okay? No, 1 per 5 years. No, 1 per. That's literally a low. At least 3 per year. That's what makes sense. 3 people per year is what makes sense. So, for somebody who is 25, they should at least have 5 plus 5. Okay, did we say 5? 5 per year. Yeah. 5 actually is 5 times 5. 25. It's literally should be 25. I don't know why you're talking about 1 per 5 years. No, somebody who is 25 years old should literally have a body count of like 25. At least that's when we know this person have lived. Okay, this person have lived. 25 is not bad. What do you think about 25? What do you think about 25? 1 per 5 years, I don't think it's reasonable for somebody in their 20s. You don't want to be settling in your 20s. You want to be out there wild, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you want to be out there wild, like running up and down, doing your thing. That's just sleeping with anyone you meet. No, not sleeping with anyone you meet. It's just experiencing. No, it's not like, okay, can you divide 5 per year? Okay, so every 2 months you have one partner. Okay, and it's 12 months. So see, every 2 months or every 3, even if you say every 3, not sleeping with everyone. Okay, do you feel like people should be settling in their 20s or like saying like, oh, I would be I will not be having any other sexual experiences apart from this one? Should that even be legal or what? Okay, guys, welcome to the live. So Diamond says it takes time to get to know someone. You should go on several dates and then decide if you want to try and build something real. What if you don't want that? Okay, what if that's not your motive? That's not what you're looking for. Okay, so how about if that's not what you're looking for? Like, you just assume that everyone is looking for a relationship. Not everybody is looking for a relationship. Okay, wow. I know you're not Generation Z now. I literally know you're not Gen Z by your mindset. uh, then why are you sleeping with them? To have a sexual experience. What's the purpose of sleeping with people? To have a sexual experience. Okay? To literally have a sexual experience. Okay, so tell me, you've never just slept with someone that you're not dating. You've never, like, it's always you're dating these people. Okay, because it's literally interesting. Okay, guys, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Let me know how you're doing. Good to see you. Okay. What are we talking? Oh, okay. So yeah, that was, you kind of took me back. I think 25 is a good number. Like 25 for me is a good number. Like 25 is just a fair number. The purpose of Diamond says the purpose of sleeping with someone is to express intimate feelings, which take time to build. No, that's not the purpose. Okay, that's not the only purpose. There's a lot of purpose, but you can even do that just so that you can experience intimacy with somebody, not so that like you can have an intimate relationship with them, just so you can feel. Okay, just so that you can feel like you're being intimate with somebody. Okay, guys, welcome to the live. Good to see you all. Let me know how you guys are doing. Well, the television started playing itself for some wild reason. Oh, Diamond says the purpose of sleeping with someone is to express intimate feelings which take time to build. Okay, wow. Good for you, Tony. I would personally, I would. Okay, Tony, I know you're my age. I literally remember you're my age. Okay, so is 25 a bad number for somebody who is in their 20s, like 25? Okay, because Damas is saying that like somebody should have one body count per 5 years. Okay, and I'm like, 5 years is just like, no, one body count per 5 years it doesn't work for me. I just feel it's not reasonable. Okay, so I'm like, at least 5 people per year it makes sense, especially if you're just sleeping around. Okay, 5 people per year it makes sense, but telling me like one person per 5 years, that's just giving millennial energy. Okay. Never says no. I have honestly never slept with someone I didn't feel emotions for. Admittedly, there have been times when I confused emotions with lust, but it was still based on something real. Wow. Tori says 25 bodies at 22 to 23 is crazy. Yeah. Not 22 to 23. I'm saying by 25. Having 25 by 25, like having like 25 body is not a lot. Guys, what are you doing in 20? Okay, and I'm not saying that that's fine, but for me it doesn't make sense. One body count per 5 years doesn't make sense. Like, it literally doesn't make, it's just giving boring. Like, it's giving boring. Okay, Jacob, yay. Welcome. Hi mom, you okay? Yes, I'm fine. How are you doing? It's been a minute. Okay, we're talking about why do we still slut shame women in 2026. Why do we slut shame women? Why do we still slut shame women? In your opinion, okay? Why do we slut shame women? So, no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're not late. You just showed up on time. I'm a bit drunk, sorry, okay? Hope you're being careful. Diamond says, like the live, share the love, sub the queen. So you guys were talking about why do we slut shame women in the year 2026? Or still, why are we slut shaming women? Okay. So we've talked about the double standard. If it's a man doing that, like if a man is just out there sleeping around, having multiple partners, sleeping with people with no intention of like marrying them, and stuff like that, it's just okay when it's men doing that. But when it's women doing that, it's like, oh no. Okay. They must say, oh, Jacob says, was in pub, you okay? Thought, okay. Actually, yeah, I'm fine. Thank you guys for checking up on me. You guys were up in my business asking me what's wrong, but thank you for your concerns. I'm doing great. So we are talking about, so in your opinion, Jacob, why do people like to slut shame women? Or okay, Jacob says, you okay, one boy? Hope you, oh, you didn't seem that good last time. Okay, I wasn't fine, but I am. I'm doing good right now. Thank you for your concerns. Okay, got your back. Thank you. So we're still talking about why do we slut shame women? Why is it like when women do the same things that men are allowed to do? Why is it a problem? Why is it a problem when women do those things? Okay, so we talked about double standards. Also, when you think about where does the feelings of like, okay, women should not be doing this, where do they come from? So we've talked about, or like, I think religion, upbringing, culture, society, those are some of the reasons. For example, in African traditions, women are just allowed, or like they are expected to just have one partner or something. So when you're out there having multiple partners, that's why like even being a single parent in African traditions is very frowned upon. Tony says to work more for it. To work more for a relationship? Or what do you mean? Okay. Women are beautiful. Always look after them. Women are beautiful. Always look after them. Okay, but why do you guys slut shame women? Why is it like if I tell you guys that I have a body count of like, and I'm just saying, okay, if okay, let's say if there's a lady whose name is Cynthia, when she says she has a body count of like 7, it's like, oh my god, 7. Okay, but when we have a man by the name John and he says I have a body count of 20, is like just okay. So why do we do that? Is literally a very nice question to ask. Personally, I do believe, first of all, okay, now facts, okay, I do believe that religion does that, especially when it comes to like Islam. We see that a lot, or we see that like in Islam a man is allowed to have four men or 4 women, but women are just allowed to have 1 man. And you see, you have this 1 man that you're sharing with 4 women, okay? So and then upbringing, okay, as I told you, I grew up as the only girl in our household, okay? I was supposed to be home by 5 p.m. Every time by 5 p.m. I was supposed to be home, okay? And anytime that I wasn't home by 5 p.m., my brothers and my mother were always on the road, like looking for me, waiting for me to get back home. Guys, we're talking about why do we slut shame women. My name is Omboy. Let me know your opinions. What do you think? Okay, Daima says maybe it's because women have more at risk. While pregnancy should be a two-party system, it's only two-party if the man chooses to stay involved. But women don't get to bow out, okay? I know, I see that. I think the society is so protective, or like it just when women do that. There's this show that I normally watch, so it's like a paternity test, a DNA test show. So there's this woman, she slept with like I think 4 people one night, okay? And she was just there, like she doesn't know who is the father, so she's just looking at the kid, and the kid looks like all of these guys. So I do agree with you, like there's more at risk when a woman is doing the same behaviors, because for a man is just he can just walk. Okay, you do the same behaviors like a man, he will just walk and you're gonna be left in the situation. So wow, it's an interesting way of thinking, especially for pregnancy, okay? And as I said, in African traditional society, uh being a single parent or being a single mother is kind of like frowned upon, but we can see right now it's like the order of the day. We are doing that more often. In African traditional society, women used to persevere a lot from men. Like you would just get married to somebody who is cheating, and for the sake of the children to have a father, for the sake of the children to grow up in a home, you would just stay, okay? Jacob says in Western world, women are not so nice, they are entitled. Why do you feel okay, how are women? I think women in the Western world are just educated, and the fact that they have more opportunities and options, what do you think about that? I think they're not entitled, I think they just have more options. Jacob says Islam is a cult, not a religion. But you know what? When you think about it, Jacob, all religions look like a cult. When you look at Christianity and the things that we are being told to do right now, actually, let me first of all welcome somebody. Darth Vader says, interesting topic, okay? Feel welcome, stay here. Okay, Jacob is saying Islam is a cult, not a religion. When you think about it, even when you look at Hinduism, you look at Christianity, some aspects of every religion is like a cult. For me, the part that for Islam it looks like a cult is the part where like a woman is supposed to surrender and the man is supposed to be in control. Also, other things like the way the man can have 4 women all these 4 women are sharing 1 man. For me, that seems awfully convenient for the man. Also, not to mention oh, your comments Oh, Tony, try to type again. Use different words. YouTube sometimes doesn't allow you to use some type of words. So maybe rephrase what you're typing. So sorry that the message is not coming through. I'm reading all of them, okay? Uh, so, okay, so Jacob was saying Islam is a cult. Okay, I see why you could think Islam is a cult. But also there's aspect of Christianity that looks like a cult. Yeah, especially when you look at, like, for example, Catholicism. People say that, like, the way we do, I have, okay, I was not born Catholic, but I know most about Catholic because I went to Catholic schools. But when you look at, like, the way, for example, the way we do pray to Mary, the what are they called? Wow, the English got lost. Let me keep reading. Jacob says every man should protect the woman. Okay, yeah, every man should protect the woman, but what's the point of protecting if you're out there sleeping around and nobody is gonna judge you? What's the point of that? Guys, we are talking about slut shaming. Why do we slut shame women? Okay. mm. Diama says to Jacob, all religions, one does not all religions look like a cult. Donnie says, I don't think you're able to see my comments. Yes, so replace, please. Jacob says, trust me, just in woman is okay. For women, no way. They want to. Jacob, are you okay? Yeah. Diva says to Tony, your last comment was to work more. And yes, on what Wamboi just stated, for some reason, there are certain words that block the whole post. Yeah. Yeah, guys, welcome to the live. My name is Wamboi. Good to see you all. Like the live, share the love, subscribe. Yes, we're talking about why do we slut shame women, okay? And no, I'm enjoying it. Okay, don't say sorry. I'm enjoying it. Okay. Why do we slut shame women? Why do we slut shame women? And earlier on, we were talking about internalized misogyny that women do have. The way women do see, or the way we as women, we are also conditioned to also judge our fellow women, or like to judge what other people are doing. So there's a lot to talk about. Jacob says, I was brought up Catholic but turned to Christianity. Okay, I think Catholic and Christianity is the same thing. What do you guys think? Do you think Catholicism and Christianity is the same thing? For me, it's like the same thing. It's only that Catholic has a specific, like, structure. It's not like other churches where it's just random. I'm drunk, sorry. No, look, I'm going to you can stay. Okay, sorry to offend, don't mean to. Okay, you're not offensive. Okay. So you guys, let me know what you guys are thinking. Also, I also had a question. So do people shame others to feel morally superior? Do people shame others to feel morally superior? Catholics are not good. Why, in your opinion? Do people shame others to feel morally superior? Like, when it comes to, like, Christianity is, okay, why is Christianity better than Catholicism? And I have a hard time seeing Catholicism and Christianity as separate things. I actually just see it as the same. Christianity is a cult. Oh, okay. Do people shame others to feel morally superior? Do people shame others to feel morally superior, in your opinion? So you guys, Tony, are you able to type? Okay, according to Jacob, Catholicism is a cult. Okay, I don't know, because I've been, like, actually, funny enough, sometimes when I'm praying, for me, Catholicism and, like, the prayers come to me naturally. So I don't know, like, how I feel about that. I literally don't believe that, like, it's a cult, because I've been there and I have believed it. So I don't know how I feel about it. I just see it as Christianity. Okay. Uh-huh. Diamond says Catholics are Christian, but Catholicism is different from Baptist in the same way that Jehovah's Witness is different but Christian. Wow. Was brought up Catholic. Wow. Okay. Do people shame others to feel morally superior? Like, why do you feel like we point fingers, or like we are saying like, oh, this is not good, you should not be doing this as a Christian, you should not have, you should not, for example, what do you guys feel about fornication? Okay, now that we're talking about slut shaming, okay, what do you guys feel about fornication? And I know, like, if you're born Christian, or like if you believe in God, you're not supposed to be fornicating or being going around like sneaking around and stuff. So, but what do you guys honestly feel? Was brought up Catholic, Roman Catholic is bad. Okay, why is it bad? Can you maybe state some of the things that, like, to you is like that's a red flag? Dema says Christianity is an umbrella, like Islam is an umbrella, same as Judaism. Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Wow. Be Christian. Oh, you want me to be Christian? Guys, welcome to the live. My name is Omboy. Say hi. Let me know where you're watching me from. Which country are you watching me from? We are still talking about why do we slut shame women? Why do we call women names for doing the exact same things that men do without question, okay? So if you're enjoying it here, like, subscribe, take a seat around the table on the channel, okay? Dema says, yes, people shame others to feel better about themselves. It's easier to bring others down rather than pulling yourself up. Oh my God, period. Write that down. People shame others to feel better about themselves. It's easier to bring others down rather than pulling yourself up. Okay? Wow. I think there's the whole element of like, you really want to be doing that, for some people. And I have seen that even with myself, like when I'm looking at I'm watching or like seeing people online do stuff, and I'm like, I really want to be doing that. For example, let me give examples of the some of the things that I see online, and I'm like, I would like to do that. Okay, I don't like tattoos. Okay, I like tattoos when they are on other people, but when it comes to me, I'm like, maybe I will regret later on. So when I see women who are able to do that, I admire that. But when you're not careful, that can come off as like, oh my God, you're letting yourself go, stuff like that. Let me keep reading. Yeah, Tony, your comment is now here. Let me first read. Jacob says Islam came after Christianity, 400 years after. They took everything from the Bible, made it 100 times better. Wow. Okay, I did it. Women tend to find men that have high body count, more experience, more attractive, because it communicates to them that he's a desirable person in the eyes of the collective, which they subconsciously value. You know what? That's it. That's it. Like for us women, when you see like a man who is being admired by so many women, or a man who have slept with like so many women, you're like, you know what, I really want that. It's literally attractive. There's that energy when somebody is like sexually attractive to other people. So wow, I see that. Okay, so that's one of the answers that Tony has given us. Like women tend to find men that have higher body count attractive, because it communicates to them, it tells them that this person is admirable. Okay, that was one of the comments I made. Oh wow, I can see why they didn't allow. I am pretty sure you used a word that they didn't allow, and I don't know why they are not canceling me because I used all the words. Jacob says Mohammed had 87 wives, Jesus had 0. Okay, wow. Jacob Mohammed. Okay, Prophet Mohammed. Vicky, hi Vicky, good to see you. We are talking about why do we slut shame women. So let me know your opinion. What's good, one boy? We are talking about slut shaming. Why do we slut shame women? Why do we tell women what they should do? Why is it like when a man is doing the exact same thing, sleeping around, like not caring, having children and not even caring about them, why don't we judge when it comes to that? Also another thing is not even always about slut shaming. When it comes to children, okay, when women have children and abandon them is usually such a big deal, like whoa, like forbidden fruit, you know. But when men do the same thing, like they have children and they abandon, they never take care of, it's just like the order of the day because it's normalized, or it's something that's common. Jacob says hi to Vicky. So how are you doing, Vicky? What's your opinion? What's your thoughts on this? Tony, would you mind maybe typing the other comments, and if you yeah, because I would really like to see your thoughts, guys. And also now being here, we are able to get different perspective from you guys. Okay, if you're just tuning in, my name is Omboy. Good to see you all. Thank you for tuning in. Like the live, share the love, subscribe. Let me know how you're doing. Where are you watching me from? Okay. So there's another question that I really wanted to ask. Do you hold yourself in the same standards you expect from others? Do you hold yourself in the same standards you expect from others? Like most of the time, even as a person, okay, you're here or maybe even watching someone, or like it could even be somebody that you know, okay, but what you want them to become, do you hold yourself in the same class? Like somebody who is famous, you'll have them do something and it's like, oh wow, forbidden, like you shouldn't have done that. But when it's the other way around, it's like acceptable. So do you hold yourself in the same standards you expect from others? Do you hold yourself in the same standards that you expect from others? Okay. Diamond says pro tip, especially with long posts, copy before sending, just in case YouTube has a bug up. bug. You know, I think I should be reading in private first of all, because before shouting out, because sometimes you guys. And you know what? That's why YouTube is not allowing your comments to come through. Okay. Wow. Like, but you know, I think I do like their regulations because they help us to be respectful and stuff like that. Okay. So I think when it comes to this topic, there is so many things that we can talk about. We can talk about religion. We can talk about upbringing, what's acceptable in what society. I know, like the whole slut shaming things in the Western world is not seen the same way. Like it's not like such a big deal like we might want to see it in like African traditions. But still, we are copying that. And let me tell you, in the next 50 years, or let's say 100 years, the society will have no morals whatsoever. Everybody will be with everyone. You know, I can't wait to see what it will be like. We all don't know if you're gonna be here, but in 100 years, what will the society be like? What will be acceptable when it comes to sexuality and stuff like that? Okay. Okay. So I did ask a question. Do you hold yourself in the same standards you expect from others? Do you hold yourself in the same standards you expect from others? Diamond says, I like to believe I hold myself to a higher standard than I hold others. I accept that people follow that society considers acceptable. I follow what should be acceptable. Wow. Okay. For example, you can have like a Hollywood star. Okay. Do you judge yourself the way you would judge like a Hollywood star? Do you judge yourself as a human being, or you understand what I'm saying? So in your opinion, do you do that? Vicky says, well, the first answer is Western patriarchy is the cause of this behavior in many ways. Hasn't always been that way. It hasn't always been that way back in the old days. Wow. So Vicky says the reason why we slut shame women is Western patriarchy. I think we cannot talk about slut shaming without talking about patriarchy. Patriarchy is a huge problem, or like most of the problems that we do have, or like the things that we are trying to solve right now, we can, when you look about it, or when you think about it in a serious sense, patriarchy is the reason, or like that's the closest thing that you can judge. Like patriarchy, the way we see women, the way we belittle women, the way we misuse women, like women are not of value when it comes to patriarchy. Women are objects. It's just like children. Women are in the same level with children. Women are valued citizens when it comes to patriarchy. So wow, it's a good way to see it. We never talked about patriarchy, and we started this conversation like an hour ago, but it's good for you that you've brought up patriarchy, because you can't talk about the faults or like why we are doing this, why are we slut shaming, without talking about patriarchy. Okay, I have just said, like, when a woman abandons her child, that's a very huge problem. Society doesn't accept that. But when a man walks away and he goes like a male bulldozer impregnating everyone, that's accepted. Okay, that's okay. You know, guys, welcome to the live. My name is Wamboy. Like the live, share the love, subscribe. You know, okay, let me keep reading. Tony says your room eventually causes damage to your soul and discipline, and thus making a woman a man is investigating in unpredictable. Your room eventually causes damage to your soul. Okay, so so Tony, are you trying to say that like women are different from men, so we should never compare women with men, or we shouldn't hold the same standard when when it comes to judging? Is that what you're saying, or am I misunderstanding you? Diama says I judge myself in my mother's eye. Investing in uh your room eventually causes damage to your soul and discipline, and thus making women a man is investing in unpredictable. A woman. Okay. Oh God, I think I didn't understand. Daima says, I judge myself in my mother's eyes. What that means is, if I do or say anything, I should be able to do or say the same in front of my mother without shame or doubt or regret. Okay. Yeah, and I think that's a good way to see it, or like that's a good way to see it, because if you can't count, let me tell I was watching something, and there is this guy, the mother was on the show, and this guy likes to put his hands on women, and the mother was like, because I will not allow any man to be putting hands on me, I cannot be encouraging you to be putting hands on women. Okay, so it's a good way to see it that way, or like to say like you would judge yourself in your mother's eye. Wow, how sweet. MC 1980 says, hi, remember me? Yes, definitely. How are you doing? Good to see you. Deva says to Vicky, I actually wanted to say that, but I couldn't find the right words. So well stated. I know. Tony says, how are you doing today? MC 1980. I'm doing good. We are talking about slut shaming. Why do we slut shame women? Why do we, the same things that men are doing, why do we not judge men when it comes to that? And if you're here watching and you haven't liked, like. Okay, Tony says, I wrote something longer right before YouTube did not publish it. That's why it doesn't make sense. Okay, YouTube hates me today. Let me tell you, it can be annoying. I think there's times that where you'll even post a video and they don't think it's appropriate. They will just like, and maybe you've spent the whole day editing or like doing anything. Yeah. I know that's so frustrating. Try when you're typing, try to use different words than what you're thinking, or maybe when it comes to sensitive words. Never says to Tony, I've been there, so frustrating. Like the live, share the love, sub the queen. Guys, if you're watching and you haven't liked, like. MC 1980, we would like to hear your thoughts about slut shaming women. Do you think it's such a double standard that we do hold? Like, when men do the same thing that we tell women not to do, it's like a problem. And I think somebody did bring it's Dimas. Dimas says like we can't allow women to do the same thing like men are doing, because when women do that, there can be serious repercussions. The woman can get pregnant, and now that's a problem. So for a man as well, okay, if both of them are being careful, then there's no repercussions. But Tony, we are patching you on your back. Okay, I know how frustrating that is, especially for such a topic. MC says anyone can be a dad. It takes a real man to be a father. Okay, yeah, because yeah, and I see that. But how do you feel about the way we do judge women? and I'm not saying that men judge women, even women judge women, or like we have that internalized misogyny. So what do you think about that? Like, why do we still, why does society slut shame women? Tony, I didn't even say any crazy words. Oh my god, it can be so frustrating. Oh, and retyping is like, no. Okay. Let me tell you, actually, even replying to comments, sometimes you will type something and YouTube doesn't like it. I think because it's a computer, or like they have words that for they have sensitized or something. You literally you can't even understand them. But wow, we're still here. Um. So and no, I was telling you, MC, if a man has multiple partners, people say that he's winning. Like, oh, bro, you're winning, you're killing it, you're having it, and all these things. Okay, and Tony said that like women are attracted to. Oh, okay. Tony says that women are attracted to men with like a huge body count because it's like and I kind of like agree with that. It's like it's attractive to see someone who people are fighting for. Okay. Tony says, I'm just gonna be a pure viewer today, unfortunately not participate. You can try, see, like that comment came through. So funny that like the comment that is just so direct and blunt just comes through, and others that do not. Okay. Daima says, uh here is the real problem with our society. Why are you, one boy, focused on why women are being shamed for the same thing as men, but you're not focused on why men are not being shamed? Okay, if you want us to take it there, if you want us to take it there, tell us why don't why does society not shame men for doing the same things that they shame women and call them sluts? Okay, why does society not? Now that you're bringing it there, let's go. MC 1980 says, a man with many women is not winning. He will be broke and tired. For you, it's about the finances. MC says, a man with many women will not be winning. He will be broke and tired. I don't understand how. Let me tell you, like, I don't understand where men get their money. Like, you'll see a man with 5 women and he's providing for all of them. Okay, like hair, uh paying their rent, so even taking some of them to school. Like, where do men get all this money? Like, wow, I can barely feed myself. And a man is there like providing for like 5 women. So I think it's true. For if as a man, if you want to consolidate your finances and like be safe, it's good to have one partner, because at the end of the day now it's just one partner. Can you imagine people who have like 5 partners and all of them they are being provided for? Tony says, I wrote like 7 comments. You probably saw 3. I know, that's so annoying, so annoying. But you're still here. You can try typing whenever you feel like, or like when there's something that you want to talk about. MC 1980. We are talking about, okay, the topic is why do we slut shame women, okay? And Diamonds brought up something. Why don't we shame men for having multiple partners? Why don't we shame men for sleeping around? MC says, I'm joking. It is wrong to be a slut for both men and women. It just means you have no self-respect. Okay, I think that's you. Unfortunately, men don't think that way. Okay? Okay, I know, and there are men who have like literal self-respect. There are men who love their women to death. There are men who respect their women, and they would never do that. But for most men, it's like, actually, when you listen to people's story, you find out like your woman is like there just delivered a baby, and you're just worried about like missing out on sexual experiences, so you end up looking for a mistress for that case. Okay, so it's good to see men who self-respect, but I think it's 2% out of 100. Guys, welcome to the live. My name is Wamboy. Like the live, share the love, subscribe. Diana says, I feel that is the real issue. Not that women can't get away with acting slutty, but why we accept men acting in such a way. Back in the 50s, in the US, a man sleeping around was a scandal. Wow. Okay. You know that, and you know what? It's really nice that we're asking ourselves, why don't we shame men for doing the things that they do? Why are we as women trying to compete to do the same things? Like, because right now I think we are in a game of like tit for tat. Okay, when you listen to feminists or people who are advocating for human rights, they are saying, do not settle, do not do this, do not that. Even you, like, if your man is sleeping around, also sleep around. That's what they're advising, okay? But why don't we shift our attention to, like, why are we shaming this? Why don't we shame men? Because they're the one who are introducing the idea. And really interesting. Vicky says, read my comment, the one after MC 1980 that says, Anton can be a dad, it takes. The one that says Anton can be a dad. Oh, a man can be a dad. Okay, let me see. Wow, sorry if I missed your comment. I maybe YouTube didn't post your comment. Wow, your comment didn't come through, Vicky. Guys, before you send the comment, make sure you copy it. The comment didn't come through. I don't skip comments like that. Wow, sorry, it didn't show up. Yeah, actually, Dimas told you didn't show up. Oh, which words did you use? Oh my god, guys, make sure you call you like if you don't want to lose your thought, make sure you copy the comment, because YouTube sometimes won't let your message show up. Welcome to the club. Okay, welcome to the club where comments don't go through. Okay. um okay. Wow, let me tell you, because I see, actually the millennials and Generation Z, our generation, I think we are the problem. We are the one who brought this problem of like, I know men have been sleeping around or like stepping out for a long time. Okay, but right now it's just like out of control. But I do believe in the next generation, the, are they called Generation Better, is going to be worse, because we are not even teaching them morals. We are bringing up children in broken homes. We are bringing up children in very toxic circumstances. We are having children that we even don't know their fathers. Like, let's say, because now women are competing with men to for the numbers, like the body counts. We are competing with men, and when we do that, what happens? We are giving birth to children who we don't know who the father is. And at the end of the day, who is losing? The whole society is losing, because at the end of the day, we are raising children who don't know who their fathers are. We are raising children who don't know their origin, their who they are as people, uh Tony says, it only shows short comments I make. Wow. Wow. And you know what, sometimes you'll type something long and it goes through. I think the trick is to make sure you copy before you send. Make sure you copy, so that, like, if it doesn't go through, you kind of like change the words. Okay. So what's your biggest worry when it comes to, like, what this generation is doing, the way we are competing with men for especially sexual attention and stuff like that? What's your biggest worry? Because I think for me, I hope, Vicky, you're trying to type again. Wow, I really want to know what was your thought process. I think right now my biggest worry, especially with the way we are having this tit for tat between men and women, women trying to be men, women trying, and I've been there in university. We just had this movement of like women in men's field. I don't know if you guys have seen that trend, women in men's field. And it's just basically like a trend where, like, you do things that men wouldn't expect you to do, or like the society doesn't expect you to do. Okay. Let's say women are supposed to be home by 7 if they are married. Okay, you show up at 2 a.m. and your husband is sleeping. So wild things like that. Okay. What else that you're not expected to do? your man doesn't take alcohol, you come home drunk, stuff like that. Or you're having a faithful partner, then you just decide to be out there being wild and stuff. Okay, so what is your worst worry when it comes to that? Okay, guys, welcome to the live. My name is Omboy. Good to see you all. We are talking about why do we slut shame women? Why do we slut shame women as society? Tony says, I'm not with division because we both naturally desire each other. That's true. That's true. We do naturally. And you know what? I do think like the opposite gender decides what's acceptable. For example, the other day I was thinking about the way we kind of like have this whole thing. Yeah, I think right now is gone, but we had a whole phase of like millennial men sagging their pants like seven. Okay, now this is their waist, and the trouser is over here next to their knees, and you're wearing a belt at that point. Okay, you're wearing your pants next to your knees, and you have a belt on. Okay, and women found that attractive. So what did men do? Because you want to be admired by women, men wore pants near their knees. Okay, until now the current generation is like, just remove that ghetto nonsense away from me. Okay, so I think when it comes to what's acceptable, we should blame the opposite gender. When it comes to what men are doing, who should we be? I think we should blame women for accepting that. Okay, because the reason why women are conditioned to act the way they do is because men don't accept that. No man will wife you when you're doing that. So there's that. MC 1980 says, like for me and my missus, I just like the way you call her missus all the time. There is love there. Like for me and my missus, we put all our money. Oh my god, I like the way you say that. I can't wait to be saying like for me and my mister. Okay, serious. Like for me and my missus, we okay, like for me and my missus, we put all our money together. Ah, it's just so funny, like when you say that, like me and my missus, but it's literally adorable. Like for me and my missus, we put all our money together. Even though I earn more, we all equal in every way. Wow. Wow. So do you have like what are they called? Joint accounts? So do you have joint accounts? And I think that's a way to like make sure that everybody feels hard and equal. Like the fact that you guys do that, like she can be able to purchase something even if you're not there, and you can do the same. And she says, I like it like that bit like my grandparents, where she seems to ask for everything. I really dislike that. Growing up, that's how our household was. Like my mom, okay, I grew up in the farm, which means like there's not a lot of finances, but at the same time my dad used to have a few gigs here and there. And I just dislike the way it all is always about, oh, we don't have salt, can you give me some money for the salt, can you give me some money for this and that. It just makes the power dynamic to be so imbalanced. I feel like now the man holds some power against the woman, because it's like whoever pays the bills get to dictate the rules. Okay, but I like that. Wow. And you know what, I literally have to be called or to say my mister. That is so adorable. Like, I like that. Tony says, but a lot are jealous because of their perceived advantages and try to compete in the same department, when that's just disrupting the flow of nature. Yeah. But a lot are jealous because of the perceived advantages. Okay, and that's why I say in this on this channel, or every time when we are speaking about patriarchy, when we are speaking about men or women, I always say that like the way nature, or like the way life was intended for us to live, we are supposed to have lens. Okay, we are supposed to have lens. Men are supposed to be men, women are supposed to be women. But when we are competing, or like when women are trying to be men and men are trying to be women, then it's like we are gonna have misplaced priorities. We are gonna be, is not going to be equal, or is not going to be well. So I do see what you're saying. Like, yeah, like the way life is meant to be, men are supposed to be men and women are supposed, that's why men are naturally built to be strong, to be who they are, and women are supposed to be feminine, like little things, you know what I'm saying? um okay. Finally, Tony, now your comments are coming through. Dema says, for men it has always uh for men, it has always been about what women would accept. We do it only to impress girls. Wow. Okay, can you maybe try to resend it, that comment? I think there is a point there, but I think I need some context. Okay, I was talking about, I think Diamas is talking to the effect like how I was talking. You guys remember the whole tradition of sagging? I think some boys still do that, sagging, where like a man would wear the pants down, like the whole butt is outside. Okay, and then like I just never understood what's the concept with that. Because personally, I'm shy and I'm not about to be putting my butt out there. Even if I have like some underwears on or like some knickers on, I'm not about to be putting my butt out there. But the fact that it was considered hot by women, that's why men were doing that. Okay. Wow, guys, welcome to the live. My name is Omboy. Can you, if you're watching and you haven't liked, like. And I know we are having a problem with the comments. YouTube, we are having the comments are not, or the chats are not coming through, but maybe try a little bit more. Okay, I am having fun with you guys right now. I already have a family right here with you guys. Okay. Ooh, wow. uh So I think with the whole stuff of like slut shaming, we can't point fingers and say that like this is who is slut shaming, this is who is not slut shaming, because we can't put this thing on men. Okay, we can't put this on men because even women. Uh, uh-huh. Diama says, "Oh wow, could you imagine if women started snagging? How hot would that be? Sagging? Wow." Could you imagine if women started sagging? How hot would that be? God. Wow. If you guys like that, just tell us and we are going to be showing up like that naked. You guys told us that you like naked, that's why. And you know, I have never understood men. You guys like women who wear sexy, okay? You guys want a woman who is like, not like somebody who is wearing like you're going to the moon, like me right now. I am not attractive in any way. I'm covering myself. I'm being respectable. You guys can see my cleavage, you know. But you guys don't like that. But whenever I see a woman on the street, somebody who's wearing a really short dress or something, like you'll hear people saying like, just go where, especially out here. Out here, let me tell you, it's not like in the Western world. Here, men will shame you. Okay, there was uh there was a time where there was a woman who they stripped her naked in Nairobi because she was wearing something that was unacceptable, and they the women who were in parliament back in that time, they formulated a rule that says my dress my choice. Okay, so right now you can't tell a woman what to wear, and you cannot like strip them naked when you see them wearing something unacceptable. But when you think about that, like, what do men want? Okay, you know, actually, we should do that topic. What do men want? Because you guys want us to be sexy and stuff. But when we are along the road, it's like, go back and wear, cover yourself and stuff. Mm. MC says, what's the meaning of your name? Uh, the meaning of my name, I don't want to mislead you. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the meaning of my name very soon. Stay tuned. Diamond says, yes, yes, yes. Vicky says, I think the algorithm didn't like the truth in my comment. Okay. Okay. You know what? I am kind of hoping you would type it again. Until we start dating, then cover up. Wow. Diamond says, okay, I was just being funny, but that story is disturbing. Okay, but that's it. That's it. Like literally, people like men like to see you naked or like to see you attractive and stuff. If I'm coming here showing you all like, wearing attractive something that's communicating, you would like that. But if I'm walking with that, then it's like, can you please dress up or something? Um, Okay, MC had asked the meaning of my name. My name is Wamboy. Okay, my name is Wamboy. What's the meaning of the word Wamboy? First of all, Wamboy is like it's like a Kikuyu name. It's not English. It's not. It's a Kikuyu name, so it's a traditional name. It means zebra, and also it can mean singer of songs. So Wamboy in Kikuyu is a zebra, singer of songs. Also, Wamboi is a feminine name of Kikuyu origin, a Bantu ethnic group in Kenya. It's traditional, given to girls. The name carries multiple layers of meaning. Uh, it means song, singer of songs, somebody who is a singer of songs, and also it means zebra. And also in another meaning, it says the one who is loved, the one who is loved. So that's the meaning of my name. uh, that's the meaning of my name. Singer of songs. It also means zebra. It also means the one who is loved. MC says, "Wear what makes you happy. There's nothing wrong with looking, but don't touch." And I know that. Let me tell you, I am one of those people. I don't like attention. Let me tell you, the way you're walking and somebody is saying, or like sister, I really do not. That makes me really uncomfortable. I can literally come back to the house and change, just for that reason. First of all, me personally, I don't like dresses. I wear dresses right now, but I used not to wear dresses because first, I don't like that type of attention. Okay, don't call me like sister. No, it's giving that like what's making me to attract people who call women like that. Okay, so so for context, I don't want to be looked, and I also don't want to be called along the street. I don't know how I want to be approached, but I just don't like the whole sister. I don't know if you guys do that, maybe in UK or US, like the way you like sister, come here, talk to me, stuff. I don't like that. Vicky says, I did type it again, but it disappeared just after I posted it. Oh my god. Can you try and okay, and I know it's tiresome. I was gonna tell you, can you try and see which word are you using that YouTube is not liking? Oh my god. Okay. So there's that. Yeah, honestly, I think most people find it attractive to be called, or most women find it attractive to be called like that, like sister. But you know what? First of all, like when we were younger, or like when I was in my teenage years, and we would be walking like a group of girls, and one of us would get called and others are not called. It used to be like, what's wrong with us? And you know, some of us were late bloomers, especially. I think when we were teenagers, girls who got the attention were those who were fast bloomers. Their face became attractive real quick. Also, in terms of body, some of us, like somebody like me, I actually didn't have breasts until almost before I finished high school. That's when I finally had some little breasts. So you see, I think it also depends what makes you feel comfortable as a person. Okay. So do women reinforce the same standards they complain about? Do women reinforce the same standards? Oh, Vicky, you're saying hi. Do women reinforce the same standards they complain about? do women reinforce the same standards they complain about? And when we talk about women reinforcing, so that's a question you can answer. Do women reinforce the same standards they complain about? I think when we see this, it comes to just internalize misogyny. Okay, Dimas, you're still there. You can maybe type for me if you don't mind. Do women reinforce the same standards they complain about? Dimas says a woman person should be allowed to wear what they want. However, ladies, stop wearing revealing outfits, then getting mad if a man looks and express an interest. Okay, okay, okay. Apparently, when you wear something that's attractive or like something that's revealing, men take it as like, oh, I want you inside. Okay, God, you guys can't even take a joke. Okay, like, man. So that's why personally I take dressing so seriously when it comes to being outside. I don't want to be raising any attention. And you know, some things happen, guys. And if you just joining in, my name is Omboy. I was born and raised in Kenya. Please kindly subscribe, like, share the video so that I can reach more people. Okay. What was I gonna say? God, don't lose your thought process, madam. Oh God, God damn it. Do we okay, let me go back to the question. I remember what I wanted to say. Do women reinforce the same standards that complain about? I was talking about internalized misogyny, okay? When it comes to this question, do women reinforce the same standards that they complain about? Okay, let me know, the men in the chat. What's your thought? Do women reinforce the same standards that they complain about? I think we do. I think we do. We will say something. Oh, okay. First of all, before I lose my thought, what I was thinking about is like, I take my dressing so seriously when it comes to like, I just don't want to be sending wrong messages. Because, first of all, in third world countries, for example, like Kenya, something will happen to a woman and people will be quick to ask, what was she wearing? Or how was she sitting and stuff like that. And I never want to be part of the statistics when it comes to that, or like people asking. No, I really, no, that's not acceptable. Okay, Diamond says it's like going fishing and then getting mad because the fish are eating your bait. Wow. Okay, so yeah, like personally I just like being extra careful because I really don't want to be part of the statistics, people saying, oh, like, you that's what you are looking for, stuff like that, you know. There says, I don't understand the question. Do women reinforce the same standards they complain about? Like, women complain about, or we complain about, or men are out there like just siring children that they never raise. Okay, uh men are out. So the thing is, do we reinforce the things that we complain about? Okay, if you have your man, somebody that marries you, and you know he have a child somewhere, why are you not telling him, take care of your child? Okay, why are you accepting him, telling him, oh, that child is not you, or you know, stuff like that? Okay, are you understanding my question? Like the live, share the love, sub the queen, guys. If you're just tuning in, like. If you're watching and you haven't liked, like. NC1980 says, you know, once I did a dating profile for a friend as a joke, and it was titled Cooler and Drunker. Required he got a lot of hits. Okay, okay. Also, somebody like me, you know me, guys, I've been on dating sites, okay? I've been on dating sites before. You would see somebody with a profile says purely for hookups, or stuff like hookups only, or like they can even say that they are already married, they are looking for one night stands and stuff. And I'm pretty sure those people got a lot of attention. Okay, there's just something attractive about people who are not looking for a relationship. Okay, and you know what, that's it. And I said, like, if we have a problem with a particular gender doing something, who should we blame? The opposite sex. So when it comes to that, women are the one to blame. Okay, so did you understand the question, Diamas? What I was asking, do women reinforce the same standards? Like, So are women saying we don't want this, while they're still like putting like a stamp saying, oh, we want this or do this? Okay, like we keep saying, oh, we don't want this, we don't want men who do this, but then at the same time you're still dating, or like we're still seeing men who do that. Okay, what if all women were to say, I'm not gonna be sleeping with anybody if I'm not married? Okay, men will be obligated to get married. Okay, what if women were gonna say, I'm not gonna get pregnant for a man who haven't married me or committed to me? What would happen if that happened? So that's just basically the question that I'm asking. Okay, guys, welcome to the live. We've been talking about why slut shaming. Why do we slut shame women? Why do we slut shame women? A woman will do the same exact thing that men are doing, and it's like, you're a slut. Okay, MC says, once I did. Okay, I think I read that. I did a dating profile for a friend as a joke, and it was titled "Cooler and Drunker." Required. Wow. Okay, and you can just wonder, like, how does that happen? But you know what? I think negative things are attractive. Okay, and also good people attract bad people. Okay, so you might find the people who are finding that attractive are people who have low self-confidence, people who don't believe in themselves and stuff like that. Okay, guys, welcome to the live. My name is Omboy. Ask me questions. Let me know where you're watching me from. Diamond says, if I understand correctly, then no, women complain about men, but they still accept the same before. You just made a good point. If women only dated decent men, then all would start acting right, decent. Okay, I know. So I think that's it. Like, uh we keep wanting people to be things, but we are not even trying to discipline them or to tell them, like, no, this is not acceptable, this is acceptable, this is not acceptable. Okay, I think personally I'm the last people to give dating advice. As you can see, I'm only 23 years old. I'm gonna be turning 24. So yeah. And MC, did you ever hear the meaning of my name? Because you asked and you never you never said anything. Okay, Wamboy means zebra. It also means singer of songs. It also means the beloved one, or one who is loved. And I know that's right, because you guys love me. Elsie says, I would die for my woman. For my woman, I would expect her to save herself instead of me. Oh, wow. I like the way you like your missus. That is so funny, like my missus. Okay. That's literally so good. The meaning is beautiful, okay? Wow. And the fact that I still have an English name. I have English name, and I have, okay, of course my surname is local, because it's somebody's name. We are not married. Oh, you're not married. Wow. Okay. But how long have you been together? Like, well, the way you refer to her, I kind of like get the impression that you guys are married. Like, wow, she is so lucky to have you. Even if I don't know you, like the way you just talk so highly of her, that's interesting. Like, that's not interesting, it's incredible. Okay. Ooh, wow. 15 years. Wow, why don't you? Okay, let me just stop being nosy. Okay. Wow, good for you guys. Good for you guys. Okay. So, um, also very soon I'm gonna be doing like my 48 hours show. I don't know when, but I want to do that. It's like a challenge, and I don't know where it will put me, but I'm gonna be doing the challenge, 48 hours challenge. I went live here on YouTube for 24 hours. It was nice, tiresome, but I did it. I don't like my English name. Oh, I wouldn't want many people. I would tell you, but I wouldn't want people to know my English name. I don't like it. Uh, Diamond says, my brother in our younger days was pretty boy and a womanizing jack. I was average at best, but a good, respectable person. He pulled 10 girls to my one, and they knew he was a jack. Okay? Okay? I'm pretty sure he had some tricks that he was doing that is like attractive. Okay, I think it doesn't help being a good boy, especially if you're in the dating scene. Okay, it's good to be a good boy when you finally settle with your woman, but when you're in the dating scene, like, if you're just there to, you won't be getting none. That one I can tell you for free. Ah, okay. Elsie says the most attractive thing is confidence. Oh yeah. Okay, so Damas, maybe your brother was confident and you were not. So that's what was attracting the females. I think it's not like people get attracted to people who are jerks or people who are bad people. I think people get there's just that energy. People get attracted to confidence. When you're confident, you will attract things like, because people can literally genuinely see that you're not even trying to fake. You literally, whatever you're saying, you literally believe. Maybe he was confident, and maybe for you, maybe you weren't confident at that time. So maybe that was the difference. Okay, people are attracted to confidence, and I don't know if men are attracted to confidence, because I don't know if men are attracted to confidence. Guys, welcome to the live. My name is Wamboy. Like the live before you leave. Like the live, share the love, subscribe. I was born and raised in Kenya, and I normally go live Monday through Thursday, 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So always look for me around that time. We normally have interesting topics every other day. Like every other day, I'm looking for a topic, something that like we might come here, bond and talk. And also learn, because I think I've learned so many things through running this channel. We are not yet there, but we're gonna get there. Okay, so maybe book yourself some place around the dinner table by subscribing. Okay. Diana says to MC, confidence is a major contributing factor, but being rejected but being rejected repeatedly crushes confidence, and being attractive physically leads to less rejection. Okay. No. Uh, you know what? I have always had the impression that women are not attracted to good looking. I have seen the most, not, I am not saying that people are ugly or something, but I've seen the most unattractive people. Or okay, first of all, they're ugly, and also they act like jerks, and they don't treat these women right. And these women are there glued to the screen, like they are hip to hip with each other. So I really don't think the attractiveness is what it is, because I think most pretty women don't end up with attractive men. Okay, is the confidence, is the, have you ever realized when you're in a relationship, and when a man is in a relationship and he's loved, he's more confident and he's more likely to attract. When most men are in relationships, they tend to like they tend to like attract most women, and that's why most men end up cheating when they're in a relationship, because there's something attractive about a man who is confident. And when men are in relationships, they are literally confident. Okay, MC 1980 says, if she says no, ask her friend. Oh wow. Okay, maybe they might end up with him for jealousy. They don't want their friend to have you. So wow, that there is a tip. There is a tip. Okay, so are you still looking, Diamonds? Are you still looking for a relationship? Did you find your person, or what happened? Because your story is literally interesting. Okay. Ooh. Wow. 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 Maybe we have time for another question. Okay, I think this will be the closing question, or like the last question. Why don't men face the same level of judgment like women? Why don't men face the same level of judgment like women? Okay, why don't men face the same level? If you feel like there's something that you can say, you can answer. As we wind up, Darth Vader says, God bless you. Thank you for staying with us. God bless you too. Okay, where are you watching me from, Darth Vader? Feel welcome on the show. Diamond says, attractive people always say attractiveness doesn't matter. I am not attractive. And yes, confidence does shine through, but confidence is built from success, which is why a man in a relationship shows confidence, okay, because he feels successful. That makes sense. That makes sense. When you see men in relationships, they are literally so attractive. I don't know, maybe because there's somebody who is like, who is talking to them, somebody who is listening to them, and there's that, just that feeling of accomplishment. Maybe that's the reason, okay. And she says men don't, cause God is a man. God, oh my. Why don't men face the same level of judgment? Because God is a man. That's MC's mindset. Because God is a man, okay? Oh my God. Why don't men face the same level of judgment? Why don't men? I think, okay, according to me, I think it's just acceptable. When men do anything, it's just acceptable. I think we've normalized, like, we don't judge men, or like we just normalize like men are supposed to be jerks, they're not supposed to be kind, men are supposed to be hard-headed, they're supposed to be stubborn. So most of the time we just don't judge them, we just let them to get away with it. So yeah, guys, like, can we have one person like if you haven't liked? MC says, once you have been rejected a few times, you have nothing to fear. Stop worrying about it and keep going. Okay. Okay, and that's why I asked Diamonds, are you in a relationship right now? Because MC is telling you to just move on, wear your confidence on your. Diamonds is not like a young person, so okay, I am not saying that I am pretty sure that he's not like 15, which means I know he's moved on. Okay. Wow, wow, what an amazing show. And I thought about doing this topic, I think it was just speaking straight to my heart, or like is something that it kind of like made sense to me on a personal level. So it's good to see that you guys had opinions when it comes to the topic. Whenever you think about something that you'd like us to talk on the show, let me know, or like comment on the videos. Guys, interact with my videos, share, like hook somebody up to the videos. Like, I just hope that finally this YouTube stuff will work out, you know what I'm saying. um hmm, I don't know what I'm waiting for Divers to type. But guys, we are winding up. Let me know what are your concluding thoughts when it comes to like, why do we slut shame women? What is your winding down, or like what would you say in conclusion? Okay. What would you say in conclusion when it comes to women slut shaming women? Diamond says, A, I'm not in a relationship, I'm seeking. B, I was speaking of when I and my brother were young. This is a completely different time for me. I know who I am today and what I have to offer. Okay, good for you, good for you. Okay, wow. Yeah, and that happens. That happens. I told you guys, like, when we were young, and during okay, I am still young, okay, but during when I was a teenager, we used to walk down and like with my friends, and maybe because I was a late bloomer, my friends get picked, or like the whole sister come here, maybe I don't get called, and mostly it makes you question, am I not attractive? What's going on? But right now, I don't find that attractive, like the whole calling, or like the whole. I don't find that attractive at all. So I can literally understand where you're coming from. So wow, 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 guys. So what is your concluding thought when it comes to the whole topic of slut shaming? Uh, what would you say in conclusion? Okay, so personally, I would say uh, society does not like when women are in control, or society doesn't like when women are being promiscuous. So that's just it, period. Like, society doesn't like that. There is no day that you're going to be uploaded as a woman for being a slut. There is no day that like people are going to say that's okay. Okay, right now we have feminism, and we have the whole like advocating for women, women in men's field and stuff like that. But I think it can never be the same, because men and women are built differently. But I think the conclusion is, like, it is what it is. The society determines uh, what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. So it's just upon you to accept to decide what's acceptable to you. what would I say to fellow women, or like even to myself? You have to decide what's acceptable to you. You have to see what's acceptable to you. You have to decide what you can fathom or persevere, what you can entertain, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's it. We kind of like have 6 minutes left, but I think by this point we've come to the end of the show. If you have, let me give you like 2 minutes to see if there's somebody who is typing. I know it's just so frustrating, like if we finish without like reading your thoughts. Okay, so I think we're gonna meet the same time here. Monday is usually like so confusing and it's like lost because the whole weekend I'm not doing a show and then I pop up on Monday. So you guys, thank you so much. MC says love and best wishes to you all here. Okay, so thank you so much, you guys, for watching. I think I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, you guys are gonna be available tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll have an topic tomorrow. Diamond says, and when I do find my one love, she will always know I love her more than life itself. Bye, sweetness. Okay, wow. Okay. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, take care, brothers and sisters. So take care, AMC. See you tomorrow, hopefully, or any other day. Keep interacting with my content. Comment. You can say hi in the chat, and I'm gonna be responding. So guys, I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow, and until next time, bye bye.